Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya nak jodoh Coach Zuri Yuhi. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tajuk kita malam ini kita sambung, okay, adalah tak kenal maka tak cinta, dan makin kita kenal orang tu makinlah kita cinta, kan? Alright, insyaAllah. So, sebelum kita betul-betul mula, kita baca doa dulu, boleh? Baca doa, sedekahkan Al-Fatihah kepada Allah yarhamah Siti Sarah, dan juga in the past few months I've lost several people in my life. My auntie who partially raised me, and sorry, COVID. An auntie who partially raised me, and uncle, a grand uncle, an auntie. Start balik. An auntie who partially raised me, an uncle, a grand uncle, my wife's grandmother, a neighbor, 2 former bosses, and a friend. And so when our loved ones pass away, it makes us look at our life and what we have and what we don't. And I think it should remind us of what we still have and the values that they have imparted on us. And we should carry on the values that they have imparted on us. So I think that's one of the best way to remember them and to honor them. All right. Okay. So anything, all the values that they have given us, taught us, we should live those values and share it, and keep berkat value yang dia dah turunkan kat kita tu, supaya one way to untuk menghormati dan to continue their pahala, right? Okay, so bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jom kita baca sedekah Al-Fatihah, okay, to our arwah yarhamah Siti Sarah, my arwah auntie, my uncle, grand uncle, my wife's grandmother, my neighbor, 2 former bosses, and a friend. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Okay, so let's it's important that we continue to live to honor them and continue to love and share the values that they have imparted on us. If you have anyone that you've lost the past few months, you can share it with me also. It's not just nak jodoh saja. I mean, sometimes we just need to talk about it, kan? Okay, all right. Thank you for joining. All right, so Al-Fatihah. Amin. Amin. Al-Fatihah. Amin. Okay, so I'm not share a tribute and a video of Arwah Yarhamah Siti Sarah, where basically in this video she and her husband Shoaib, and what I want to point out here adalah that the husband and wife couple are very, very close, dan they can joke with each other, and that is one of the questions yang kita nak tanya malam ni. What is your humor? What is your type of humor? So kita tengok video ni kejap. I find it very, very entertaining. I watched it several times. It's from TikTok of Arwah Yarhamah Siti Sarah, as a tribute to their love and to that they're able to share between husband and wife jokes, and suami isteri yang akrab, yang rapat, dan boleh buat gelak ketawa sama sendiri, kan? Of course, sebab we've been talking very, very serious stuff like finance and so many things yang very, very serious, but humor in a relationship is very, very important. And so let's watch this video first. Okay, this is a video in TikTok of Arwah Siti Sarah. Okay, I hope you can see this. Bismillah.
Hi Assalamualaikum, kami dari pasangan bahagia ingin sharekan kongsi tips rumah tangga kami. Saya nak bagi 4 tips yang amat berharga. Nombor 1, kita harus bahagikan suami kita dengan senyuman di pagi hari. Yang kedua, hendaklah sentiasa memasak apa sahaja makanan yang suami nak makan. Yang ketiga, jangan kita menekeng suami kita dengan suara yang amat kasar, kerana itu adalah neraka tempat para isteri. Hai, Assalamualaikum, kami dari pasangan bahagia ingin sharekan kongsi tips rumah tangga kami.
Tengok sekali, kita tengok sekali.
Saya nak bagi 4 tips yang amat berharga. Nombor 1, kita harus bahagikan suami kita dengan senyuman di pagi hari. Yang kedua, hendaklah sentiasa memasak apa sahaja makanan yang suami nak makan. Yang ketiga, jangan kita menekeng suami kita dengan suara yang amat kasar, kerana itu adalah neraka tempat para isteri.
Muka husband ni tak boleh belah.
Assalamualaikum, kami dari
Yeah,
pasangan
so,
bahagia
I mean,
ingin sharekan kongsi tips rumah tangga kami. Saya nak bagi
I've watched that 15 times good. It's just, you have to admire the humor, the husband and wife punya dynamic of how they can joke and play around with each other. Of course, life, married life is a serious thing, but to be able to joke and have humor in your relationship is very, very important. It keeps the marriage alive. It keeps the marriage going. So, this is my main concern masa ta'aruf with my wife dulu. And my question dalam ta'aruf, maybe you can write this down. What is your type of humor? And what is your type of humor? How do you joke? How do you joke with your mom? How do you joke with your parents? How do you joke with your siblings? And how do you joke with your friends? What kind of jokes do you do? You just want to know. I mean, yes, of course, humor is a sign of intelligence. True. You want to marry someone who is yang intelligence, yang boleh setara dengan you, or it's not being a clown. He's not trying to. You don't want to marry a clown, but it's about being able to be comfortable dalam relationship tu. Being able dalam relationship tu, you can clown around with your spouse. Kan? Clown is clown the right word. Boleh berjenaka lah, kan? Gurau senda. And that is one of the spice of marriage, to have someone you can comfortably make jokes with. Kan? So one of my concerns masa ta'aruf dulu with my wife, it's like, what was my exact question? I basically asked, I hope you can accept my type of humor and this kind of things. What type of humor? Yeah, she found out. It's very pun, really, very pun. I like puns. I think in puns and play on words dan sebagainya. So sometimes she likes it, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she doesn't get it. Sometimes she just rolls her eyes. So, yeah, humor is very important. Maybe there is something you can ask in between serious questions kan. Oh, what is you punya humor you macam mana? What is your style of humor? You berjenaka, bergurau senda dengan adik-beradik you macam mana? Dengan kawan you macam mana? Dengan parents you macam mana? Kan? Of course dengan kawan kita boleh kasar sikit kan? Keras sikit. Type of humor. But with parents kena, filter sikit kan? So, dengan adik-beradik pun okay good. Macam kawan lah good. So, yeah, I mean, what is your type of humor? Soalan yang kita boleh tanya. Sebab kita nak, yes, marriage is a serious thing, but doesn't mean you cannot, be witty with your spouse. Tak semestinya you asyik sentiasa serious, talk about finance and, all those other serious stuff. Kan? Oh, nak anak berapa dan sebagainya, rumah kat mana. Yeah, important, yes, but humor that keeps marriage alive, that is very important. Kan, cara dia cakap dengan sama kita tu, she or he, your husband or your wife tu akan cakap macam sentiasa nada serius, sentiasa kena logic macam robot ke, kan, kena sentiasa on point, or kena sentiasa macam be on your toes. You don't want to be married to someone yang you have to be on your like walking on eggshells. Macam semua nak cakap apa-apa kena hati-hati, kena lapik sentiasa macam. But someone you can just be just spontan that you can just macam just you know just crack a joke now and then again, and take a joke now and then. Very important. Humor, I would say, is one of the category yang you boleh tulis and write in the category humor. So tulis humor. How do you joke with your parents? How do you joke with your friends? How do you joke dengan adik-beradik you? How do you think you will joke dengan pasangan isteri you atau suami you? Can you take a joke? Can you crack a joke? How do you joke with your friends? So what type of jokes usually that you do? What comedy do you usually like? For me, lepas subuh, doa, baca Quran apa semua, I would watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? So because I just want to pump my body with positivity and humor. Whose line is it anyway? So that's me. Okay. So up to you. Apa yang your type of humor? That is my type of humor. Very play on words and puns. My wife yesterday tanya I, what do you call your type of humor? I don't know. I don't know. Humor is humor. I don't know. I'm not a comedian. I don't know how to categorize my humor. I just say what comes in my head. Kan? And then, it's very important. Very important. So, you pun nak berjenaka dengan antara suami isteri tu. It's very important. So, if you like humor, click heart, tekan heart, suka. Okay, you tak suka ataupun you nak kahwin dengan robot, don't tekan heart. Okay, alright. Kalau you want someone yang boleh at ease dengan you, yang boleh selesa dengan you pun selesa dengan dia, boleh berjenaka sama-sama, bergurau senda, beronok-ronok kan. And then gurau-gurau dengan anak. Humor with children is also very important, and being able to take humor. Thank you for your heart and love. Tekan heart. Bagi love. Alright. So, no one wants to marry a robot. Betul tak? Macam sentiasa logic dan serius. Yeah. So no one wants that. So, it's very important, humor. So what is, you tell me right in the comment, you nak kahwin robot ke? You nak kahwin dengan orang yang can talk seriously and can also be humorous. Kan? There are times to be serious. Yes, there are times to be humorous. Kan? Biasanya, serious talk to set a time to be serious. Macam, for me and my wife, we have a quarterly financial planning discussion. So that is when I'm serious. So but the rest of the time I'm usually just cracking jokes, mostly me, my kids kan. So kan Shuli, betul you tak nak kahwin robot, betul tak? Alright, thank you for the heart, for the love, tekan love. Alright, so itu kategori humor. Apa lagi yang you nak tanya, nak kenal isi hati, kenal isi hati jodoh you kan. So di mana tak kenal maka tak cinta. You nak kenal supaya insyaAllah you boleh cinta dia, dan you pun nak kenalkan diri you kat dia supaya dia boleh cinta you. Cinta selepas nikah lah, tapi kenal isi hati you kan. Macam dia pun sebelum nikah pun dia fikir macam you, insyaAllah kan, Alhamdulillah dah tunang dengan you, Alhamdulillah perkenalan dengan you have the qualities that dia boleh selesa dengan you. So in your jodoh profile tu, what you can add, jodoh profile, your resume tu kan, letaklah, what type of humor do you like, what type of comedy show yang you suka kan. Perhaps dia pun suka benda yang sama kan. So tulis please write this in your jodoh profile kan. Sebab kita nak tanya benda serius. Sebelum tanya benda serius, selit-selitkan dulu perkara yang ringan dan something light, not too serious. Find a commonality. Bagi dia peluang untuk membahagiakan you. So tell him apa yang membahagiakan you. Don't make a man guess. Hints, men don't understand hints, okay? Okay? Alright. So, okay. Oh, kuat ke? Okay, so, jing jing jing. Okay, kita sambung. So, I'm just confirming with my friend. InsyaAllah Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habsyi, a doctorate in Islamic Finance, akan join kita malam Rabu to talk about financial planning in sebelum berkahwin. And so nanti I'm asking for his picture, minta gambar yang paling handsome sebab nak buat poster. So I hope you can join us on Wednesday night. We talk about finance from an expert, okay? From an expert of Islamic finance. He's a lawyer and doctorate in Islamic finance. So dia akan bagi nasihat expert, from an expert. Alright, so jeng, kita sambung. And this guy is one of the funniest person I know. Duduk dengan dia tak boleh, tak kering gusi. So, because he's comfortable with himself, I like the way he jokes. I hope we don't joke too much on the show, just in moderation. And please prepare your financial questions on Wednesday night. Nak tanya apa-apa, boleh tanya. I will have him live. He's our guest host. Topik dia akan, which is financial planning sebelum kahwin. I haven't figured out the exact title, but it's about financial planning dalam perkahwinan, kan? So sediakan soalan-soalan yang you nak tanya pasal dengan jodoh you, okay? Alright, so we covered humor, alright? We covered humor, masukkan dalam jodoh profile you, dan to cover, because yesterday ada seorang sister tanya, macam mana nak approach the guy sebab you nak bantu dia. So this is, I just need kind of clarification on the soalan. Ini sebelum you kenal ke, masa tengah kenal ke, or lepas nikah? Sebelum takruf, tengah takruf, or lepas nikah? So it depends on the level how well you know the person in the type of questions you kenal dia. So that is my question back to you, just to understand the actual situation. So yang paling penting, just a quick tip, okay? Ni kita belum tanya expert lagi. This is just from me. When it comes to talking about finances, yes, it is a very sensitive issue to a woman and to a man. Dan saya faham, you nak tanya soalan ni bukan sebab you mata duitan, kan? Sebab you nak stability, security, and this specific question, macam mana nak approach dia sebab you nak bantu dia. Okay, this is, I know we've spoken about finance the other day, tapi when a question comes up, a very important question comes up, we have to address it as best as we can, insyaAllah. So, macam mana nak approach dia sebab you nak bantu dia. So, kalau you nak bantu dia, katakan contoh ni because I don't understand the specific question situation, nak bantu dia kumpul duit nak kahwin. Okay, alright. Boleh tanya, nak kumpul banyak mana? You pun set expectation, how much do you need sebagai mas kahwin, your parents expect how much, then it's always good to start with values, because what you value is safety, stability, and future. Again, what you value is the future. Money is just a tool, it's just a vehicle. What you value is the future, stability of the marriage, because I think the number 2 reason of most marriage, most divorce is financial reasons. Okay, so start with value, why you value this discussion, why it's important to you, and also set a goal together. Kalau tengah nak kumpul duit tu, okay, you rasa you boleh bantu dia sikit-sikit. Kalau dia mas kahwin, parents you nak juga 10,000, you cakap dia kalau dia kumpul 7,000, mungkin you boleh bantu dia dengan 3,000. Okay, itu mas kahwin. No, sorry, wrong. Mas kahwin adalah hadiah daripada suami kepada isteri, kan. Tapi kalau preparation untuk berkahwin tu, maybe you boleh bantu dia. Mas kahwin, I'm not sure whether you are allowed to help him or he can help. He is allowed to receive help for mas kahwin. Okay, sebab mas kahwin adalah hadiah daripada suami kepada isteri. What could help is maybe you could lower the mas kahwin, kan? Make it affordable, make it easy for him untuk teruskan, percepatkan dan pemudahkan yang halal, yakni nikah. Okay, alright. So discuss a goal. Nak kumpul duit tu untuk apa? What is you nak bantu dia macam mana, and what is his goal dalam financial, kan? Okay, so expectation is you have your own questions, you nak tahu apa, then you tanya. Jangan tanya dia dulu, and then you pun tak sure you nak jawapan yang macam mana. And always be aware that lelaki dan wanita view money very differently. And generally, men are more risk takers. Generally, men are more risk takers and would rather invest the money in something a bit more high risk, especially younger men. Tua-tua sikit, like we would, have some in savings and some for risk taking. Then try what if type of questions. Sebagai contoh, you start with what if you nak approach the subject tu, kan? Nak approach subject tu tanpa menggusar, without scratching his ego. Tanya dia soalan macam scenario based. What if I decide to be a housewife? Would you be able to support me? Right? Or what if you decide to start business? Would you be able to provide the stability for how long? How many years of macam 12 months of not having any income, but you have the kind of savings? What if atau other than what if, you can minta pendapat. One of the surest way to get a person to volunteer for something, and you minta pendapat and let them volunteer their own thoughts and their own decision. So contoh is ustaz cakap isteri yang baik menjaga harta suami dengan amanah. So nak tanya you, what if, kan? Nak minta pendapat you, bukan nak bagi tahu you dan bukan nak tanya korek pasal harta you, tak, kan? You put it in a way di mana isteri yang ustaz cakap, nanti you carilah ustaz mana yang cakap ni, isteri yang baik menjaga harta suami dengan amanah, betul tak? Betul. Nanti dia rasa macam niat you memang nak jaga harta dia, kan? So you put it in context, put it in the right frame, okay? Frame it properly supaya you tunjukkan niat you, value you adalah nak menjadi isteri yang baik, dan isteri baik menjaga harta suami dengan amanah. So what is your opinion on investing? What is your opinion on insurance? What is your opinion? Apakah pendapat you mengenai credit card, debit card, housing loan? What is your opinion on saving for children's education? Okay, and or another approach, kalau you tak nak guna perkataan ustaz juga, ustaz cakap ni, kan, cakap I tengah baca this article pasal financial planning, kan? I tengah baca artikel pasal financial planning. Maybe you rasa patut tak kita jumpa financial planner? Okay, right. So you minta pendapat dia. Kalau dia cakap dia dah cukup pandai sebab dia sendiri financial planner, baguslah, kan? Kalau dia financial planner. Tapi kalau dia is not his expertise in financial planning, then cakap, kita tak tahu, kita tanyalah orang yang tahu, kan? Macam itulah. So put it in a way that put it in a frame, macam ni, frame, put it in a context where you this is what you value and what he values. Okay, boleh? So I think power tu, Ustaz cakap isteri yang baik menjaga harta suami yang amanah kan. Ustaz cakap isteri yang baik menjaga harta suami dengan amanah kan. Okay, yeah. So and then you broach the subject. Apakah pendapat you mengenai savings account? Kan? Apakah pendapat you mengenai investing, high yield, low yield, medium yield, or simpan duit kat tabung haji, unit trust, equity, this kind of things? Okay, alright. So apa pendapat you kalau I tiba-tiba hilang kerja? Kan? How would you react and what would you do? Kan? Apa pendapat you kalau you hilang kerja suddenly? You know, knowing the economy nowadays, betul tak? Kan? What would you want me to do? Would you have some sort of savings, this kind of things? And this affects because you're going to have children soon or not. Kalau you nak cuti dulu setahun baru nak have children, because this affects finances, affects a lot of things. Okay? Yes, of course, Allah mencukupi segalanya, tapi kita perlu ikhtiar lah buat planning. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay, alright, so boleh. I hope that is my basic general answer, because that is how you broach the subject. And insyaAllah nanti on Wednesday night kita bincang lagi dengan Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habsyi to discuss further, because, well, he's the expert on finances. Okay? Alright, so nanti I will send out the poster. Boleh? Okay. Alright, so kita sambung soalan seterusnya pasal karakter. And character is also shown in how people spend their money or save their money, kan? Betul tak? Money will only amplify the person. It will only reveal the person. Kalau orang tu dia suka sedekah, duit dia dah kaya, lagi kaya, dia lagilah dia bersedekah. Kalau seorang tu dia, you know where I'm going with this. So money is just an amplifier. It shows and it reveals the person, yeah? Their behavior, isi hati dia. So, right? So it also relates to money and character. It relates. It's a very strong correlation. All right. So itu on money. Okay. So back to specifically character. Kan semalam last night kita bincang pasal character adalah okay, how do you make important decisions in your life? Okay, we discussed this malam. Alright, so seterusnya, do you use foul language? Foul as in what? Chicken? See, that's how I joke. Do you use foul language? So F-O-U-L, not F-O-W-L. Foul language. That's very important, because to me, why I don't like to use foul language, because I think it's too easy and it's not refined. Ya, kita nak anak kita beradab, kita pun kena beradab lah, kan? Betul tak? Setuju tak? Kan? So yeah, I mean, I think it's a very important question for you to ask, whether they like to use foul language or you like to use foul language. I hope not. Do you like to use foul language? Kan? Kadang when we watch movies or shows, even on YouTube, the F words is not filtered. So I'm afraid when my kids watch YouTube, and when I watch YouTube, there's all these F words flying out. Takut dia termasuk in my head and takut terkeluar my mouth. You know, you garbage in, garbage out lah, kan? So I was watching this movie the other night called The Hitman's Bodyguard. Man, Samuel L. Jackson, every word starts with an F word. So it's like, I mean, I like the humor, but it's too much F words flying around. So I don't want garbage in, so because I don't want garbage out. So tengok movie tu sekali je lah cukup kot. And so maybe something important for you to ask, do you use foul language? Alright. Okay, soalan seterusnya adalah, Do your friends and family use foul language? This is important. This is important. Kawan-kawan you atau family you guna mencarut-carut tak? Mencarut-carut, maki hamun. This is a reflection of his model of the world and his model of relationship. Kalau kawan-kawan dia semua mencarut, then most probably he might termencarut someday. Right? Among my closest friends, one guy je yang macam occasionally use a lot of F words. But you know, hey bro, language. Oh sorry. Hey bro, language. Okay, sorry. Kena sentiasa tegur dia. He's young. So kita sentiasa tegur dia, bro, language. Adab first. Remember adab. Kan? Ingat sunnah. So, okay, sorry. Because dia dah terbiasa. And then, kita nak dia comfortable dengan kita, tapi kita tak nak dia continue the habit, insyaAllah. Okay? So, as a wife, or as a spouse, or as a suami, kan, how would you curb your spouse punya use of foul language? Because it's going to be passed down to your children. Betul tak? Can. Alright, so do your friends or family use foul language? Right? Okay. Soalan seterusnya adalah, how do you express anger? How do you express anger? Like Hulk? Or you express anger either men either get pissed, usually the response, men get pissed off or shut down. And dia marah, so dia macam tak nak gaduh, tapi dia simpan terbuku di hati, and it affects the relationship on how he carries on the relationship. Or he expressed the anger in what way? In what way, as in, is he physically abusive, emotionally abusive, passive aggressive, or verbally abusive? Or he expresses his anger macam, he goes out for a drive first, then come back, rest, solat dulu, macam, okay, I'm upset about this because you said that, it made me feel like this. And then, no, you shouldn't feel that way. No, don't say to anyone you shouldn't feel that way. Okay, acknowledge why they feel that way, how they feel, and why they feel that way. Listen, don't be combative. Okay, no, you shouldn't feel that way. You're making it worse. That's just making it worse. Okay, so listening skills is very important. That's why someone said this. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth because wants us to use our ears more. Alright. So, okay. Alright. Siapa nak kahwin dengan orang yang suka marah-marah kan? Tak syok lah. Kita nak orang yang suka buat kita gelak. Betul tak? Dan orang sama responsible, reliable, buat kita gelak, kan? Seronok sama-sama, build a future together, dapatkan keredaan Allah dan dekatkan diri dengan jannah Allah. So it's normal to be human, to feel angry, but how we manage the anger tu is very important. How we communicate the anger sangat penting, kan? Kalau asyik nak melenting je, I think I've said this before, kalau because of recent events, ada professor cakap pasal bodoh-bodoh tu, and then a lot of women melenting. Okay, fine. So, makes me think that kalau my clients melenting maki hamun dalam their Facebook page or social media, it's going to be hard for me to introduce them to a pasangan because it reflects their character. And then when I introduce my client to another client, and client cakap, tengok dia punya social media macam ni, suka maki hamun, tak nak lah, change my mind lah, tak boleh, cancel, move on, kan? So janganlah kecam orang, especially public. Ucap dulu, kan? Kita nak buat sesuatu tu, kita fikir, ini kerana marah ke kerana Allah, kan? Ini kerana marah ke kerana Allah. Reminds me of a story, seorang sahabah in battle. He was about to defeat an enemy, and his sword was just on his or the enemy punya throat. So enemy tu, I can't remember which battle, enemy tu ludah kat muka sahabat ni, and then he felt anger. Sahabat rasa marah, dia tarik balik pedang tu, tak jadi. Lepas tu enemy dia tanya, why do you not kill me? Oh, I fight in the name of Allah, but when you spat in my face, I felt anger. So I did not want to do it because out of anger. So macam, you see the kind of amazing niat dia sangat kuat kan. Niat dia buat ni kerana Allah. Dan even the heat of battle pun dia boleh control anger. Because when enemy dia spit in the face, he felt anger. Said, no, I'm not going to do it because I'm feeling anger. And I'm doing this because of Allah, not all because I'm angry. That is amazing anger management, man. That is an amazing story. And zaman dulu, of course, there's a lot of sword fighting. And yeah, kita ambil iktibar dari tu. Kan? Anger management shows emotional intelligence. There's this one time, there's this pakcik ni suka marah-marah. Dia suka marah. He's always suka melenting. For his birthday, I gave him a book by Daniel Goleman called Emotional Intelligence. I rasa dia terasa. And then lepas tu dia kurang marah. Dia sama ada dia rasa macam ni teguran indirect or a very clever way of menegur, or either way dia kurang marah lepas tu. So that book Emotional Intelligence it's very powerful. It's about anger management, managing our own emotions. Kan? Alright. So if you know which story of the sahabah yang dalam pertempuran tu, please let me know. I'm really interested to look into it again, because anger management, I just find it very intriguing, and we all need that reminder sometimes to manage our anger, to have better listening skills, kan? And because apa ni kata Rasulullah SAW, the strongest among you are the one who controls his anger when he is most angry. How did I go? Nanti I check balik. Okay, the strongest among you are those who can control their anger. Yeah, something along that line. Nanti I check balik. Don't quote me on that. Okay. Soalan seterusnya adalah, tadi adalah how do you express anger, and soalan seterusnya adalah how do you communicate when you are unhappy about something. Kalau you tak happy, you communicate macam mana? Kalau tak happy, you communicate macam mana? Kan? Macam marah, belenting, kecam, masuk FB, kan? There was this one time, there's this guy, dia tak puas hati dengan bapak dia. Dia maki-maki bapak dia. It's like I heard this story from someone. Okay, dia tak puas hati. Aunty ni cerita kat I lah. Dia tak puas hati dengan bapak dia. Dia hentang bapak dia online, on social media. Oh, okay. I asked the auntie, how is this boy, auntie? He's thirsty. What? 30-year-old perangai temper of a 15-year-old boy. So, I mean, it shows maturity as well. Anger management shows maturity, and how a person communicate what they're unhappy about something. Can. So, I mean, this reminds me of recently Ustaz Abid Liu punya statement. It's like, dia kalau boleh dia tak nak buat statement, tapi sebab dia perkara ni menyedihkan anak isteri dia, dan tak nak orang lain mengaibkan dirinya sendiri, so he wants to tell the truth. So the way he did it, Masya Allah, I find it so humbling and so classy, and so, sebab niat dia tak nak orang lain mengaibkan diri mereka sendiri. Niat dia, kalau orang maki dia tak apa, dia tak kisah, tapi orang makin lama makin bergaduh, dia sedih pasal tu. You see the heart of the man, heart of gold, kan? And it's like, I macam, for me personally, what the issue between Ustaz Abid Liu and that rapper guy, it's like, what's the issue? I don't understand the issue. But ramai orang are getting more divisive, and I was feeling the same way. We are getting more divisive over nothing. There's no hard facts. Then Ustaz Liu came out with this statement, and wow, this man is so classy. I'm going to follow every post yang dia buat lah kan. Memang dulu dah follow, now following even more closely. And yeah, he handled it like a gentleman, very classy, very beradab. And niat dia tak nak orang berpecah belah. Macam, jomlah kita teruskan kan. So, I mean, if you haven't seen that video, you should see that video. It's like usually I malas tengok benda-benda drama kat social media ni. So, but because Ustaz Liu was talking about it, and I just wanted to see, to be inspired. I watched it because I wanted to be inspired by Ustaz Liu, and I'm always inspired by Ustaz Liu. So, and saw his, wow, amazing, and how he expressed not his anger, but his niat tu. Dia nak perbetul, nak perbaik, kan. The best among you are those who break up fights, yang meredakan keadaan, kan. Betul tak? Okay. Janganlah membatu api lagi. So, betul tak? I mean, our ummah is on fire already. Janganlah lagi membatu api sama sendiri. Baiklah kita menguatkan silaturahim. Alright, so soalan seterusnya adalah these questions is something for you to ask yourself juga, kan? And when you ask him this question and you explain in your jodoh profile, for example, question yang macam ni, what do you do when you are angry? So you sendiri admit what you do when you're angry. Me, what I do when I'm angry, I go open the fridge, cari ice cream, coklat apa ke, kan, mandi, shower, solat dulu, then I'll think about what just happened. And men, we process emotion slower than women, much slower, because that's just how it is, okay? Mostly very slow, because we want to arrive at a conclusion that is constructive, okay? Kalau lepas mulut je, itulah yang paling bahaya. And I'm not saying women don't do that. I'm saying that we try to macam, what just happened? Aku tak faham. Why is she upset about that? Kan? So, chill dulu, cool down. I know some men go out and drive dulu, and maybe that's not fully recommended if you're really hungry, really angry. I get really hangry when I'm hungry. Okay, anywho, so what do you do when you are angry? So, kalau you nak tanya soalan ni, so be prepared to answer it yourself. So, kalau you letak what you do when you are angry in your jodoh profile, he will see that you kenal diri, you understand yourself, how you manage yourself, and he sees how you manage your anger, and he cakap, okay, maybe I can deal with that. I can deal with how you manage your anger, and I can help you manage your anger, and possibly not make you angry in the first place. So that's the power of being transparent. Okay, when you write things that is very things like this, very personal like this, not too personal. We're not talking about sex. We're talking about what makes you angry. If you write, what makes me angry is so and so, what makes me angry is backseat driver. So what do? I put on my headphone. Yes, I do that. And I put on my headphone, I listen to my music, and I just drive. So I'm not talking about my wife. I'm talking about this particular volunteer dulu. It's just like, it's really, never mind. So what do you do when you're angry? When you tell him that you do this when you're angry, then he says, okay, they kenal how you manage yourself, and he can help you manage that. And he feels more safer and secure that, okay, I can help you manage your anger, not make you angry in the first place. If you do get angry, I can make sure there's enough chocolates and ice cream in the fridge. Okay? Yeah. He knows you're going to get angry. Balik rumah, every day bought chocolate or ice cream. Possible mitigation of anger. So he will feel safer, like he will feel more secure. I mean, it goes vice versa, both ways. If he tells you, he's transparent with you, what makes him angry, then apa you buat kalau you marah, you pun boleh prepare kan. Alamak, you tengok pasangan you dah tengah macam not upset, tengah upset about something. So how does he manage his anger? Maybe his favorite dish kan. It's like contoh, okay? Alright. So, soalan seterusnya adalah, what sort of personality traits would you ideally like in your life partner, spouse to possess? Personality traits macam mana? I mean, you want someone funny, witty, serious, good with numbers. So when someone nak kahwin accountant, financial planner, or you nak kahwin, someone who's just quirky. What do you like? So soalan macam the other day I mentioned, ada one of the sisters mentioned is macam, who's your favorite celebrity crush? Kan? And I asked her, why do you like that celebrity? Macam dia bagi contoh Keanu Reeves. Okay, I like Keanu Reeves too. Why? Why? Because he's humble, he's so nice. He's humble, he's so nice, so polite. Kan? So those are the personality traits that you value. Betul tak? And she said, So why we like someone? Mainly because there's a value behind it. Kan? The value behind the certain someone. So when it comes to personality traits, what do you value in your pasangan you? And ni you tanya soalan personality trait yang what he would like in you. Okay, what sort of personality trait yang dia suka dalam pasangan dia, which is you lah. Okay, so someone, if he says his celebrity crush dia, for example, usually I say firstly is Catherine Zeta-Jones because she's classy, second Sandra Bullock because she's quirky, so a bit of both. So yeah, so those are the things that I value. Of course, first and foremost, akhlak, agama, iman, of course. That one basic goes without saying. But I have to keep saying that. Alright? So personality traits. Witty, go-getter, risk-taker, someone chill or someone serious. Right? And yeah, sometimes you just need a balance. There's times to be serious and times to be chill. Betul tak? Suka anak-anak ke tak suka budak-budak kan, tak boleh gurau senang dengan budak-budak, cuman susah lah nak main dengan anak-anak kan, asyik serius je, always he's not a stud. Alright, he needs to be a father, gurau senang dengan anak. Kalau kita tengok sunnah Rasulullah SAW pun, with adult, he interacts them with adults. With children, he interacts them as he would kneel down and talk to the children like the children. Adaptable. Okay, bismillah. Alright, soalan seterusnya adalah, what sort of personality traits would you ideally like them not to possess? A bit tied into the anger punya ni. What benda yang karakteristik yang you tak nak lah dalam partner you kan, atau dalam you tanya dia karakteristik apa yang dia tak nak ada pasangan dia. So people come in a package, so let's be realistic, okay? No one's perfect, let's be realistic. People come in a package. People can slowly change tune here and there, but people don't change completely, not really. Okay, so what are the things yang biasanya orang tak suka? Generally, I think I've mentioned before, men are afraid of nagging, and I think that's a way of, from what I've read, it's how women express their dissatisfaction over certain things. It's just how generally women, because that has, itu yang bermain di minda, itulah yang dia cakap. Benda tu yang dia tak puas, benda itulah dia cakap. Selagi dia tak puas hati, selagi itulah dia cakap benda tu. And so just saying, in our research, number one thing that is stopping men from getting married is nagging. They're afraid of nagging. Why? Because I think they just generally don't know how to handle nagging, and it does get tiring. I understand that, and no man wants to come home to a nagging wife because it shows ingratitude to a man. It shows ingratitude. Semua tak kena, semua benda tak cukup. You know, basically it shows tak bersyukur. A man works hard from a man's point of view. He works hard. Then he comes home, you know, senyum lah. Instead of senyum, he gets nagging. Oh, ni tak cukup, ni tak cukup. Kalau betul-betul tak cukup, fair enough, kan? Kalau susu anak tak cukup, yeah, fair enough. Tapi kalau macam handbag ni tak cukup, handbag tu tak cukup, that would drive a man crazy. Yeah, right? So fortunately, my wife is not like that. She has only one handbag, as long as she's very utilitarian. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so soalan tadi adalah what sort of personality traits would you ideally like them not to possess? Okay, anger, suka buka mulut, bising, cerita benda kat in-laws, you know, tak pandai jaga harta suami, tak pandai jaga harta isteri, surut harta, surut wanita lain, you know, sneaky, these kind of things. It goes both ways. Alright, so okay, soalan seterusnya adalah which personality traits would be deal breaker? Karakteristik apakah yang jadi deal breaker? Kan? Ching. So, what is a deal breaker to you? What is a deal breaker to you? This reminds me. Remember, there was this brother ni from Terengganu. Dia pasang poster dekat tiang lampu, cakap nak cari jodoh. Kan? Nak cari jodoh, pasang poster dia, and then his search went on. I think at one time I was told that 14,000 women were sending him messages, and he was overwhelmed. Okay, and then the radio station yang manage that event, that situation, was called me, cakap, Zuri, boleh tak buat event untuk all these women? You know, we take him on a tour satu Malaysia untuk dia berjumpa all these women. I said, ikut ta'aruf, ikut syariah, you cannot ta'aruf with more than one person at the same time. It's like having two girlfriends or two boyfriends at the same time, okay? You cannot ta'aruf, laki tak boleh ta'aruf more than one woman at the same time, wanita pun tak boleh ta'aruf with more than one man at the same time. That is haram. So I told the radio station, you know, I'd love to help you, but I this is haram. I cannot partake. I'm sorry. I suggest you don't do it because nanti Jakim bambu you. Okay, so please don't do this. I'm sorry, I cannot help you because this is not permissible. Because it's not permissible. You just can't do it. You just cannot do it. It's not allowed. And that is, I would say, one of the deal breakers. You cannot ta'aruf with more than one person at the same time. Okay, just so you know. Alhamdulillah. So I think that guy pun, apa nama dia? Ashiro lah kot, from Terengganu. So alhamdulillah dia pun dah nikah, alhamdulillah. So please be aware, you cannot ta'aruf with more than one person at the same time. And maybe there are other deal breakers, like he smokes, he drinks, okay? He smokes, he drinks. Or you have masih lagi jumpa ex-boyfriend you, kan? He doesn't like that. So deal is off. Contoh, okay? What are the deal breakers? Oh, kalau mahar lebih pada 30,000, calls it off. Kan? So nak kena tanya these things, so you know what are the conditions of this ta'aruf, the conditions of like a legal, macam kalau macam ni macam mana, almost like legal. Kalau ni jadi, what do you do? What happens if, will this void this ta'aruf agreement, if this happens, that happens. If you do this, what happens? What are the penalty dan sebagainya. Okay, so what are the deal breakers? And then ini basically what is the personality traits that are deal breakers. Personality traits. I was mentioning just now because it reminded me of the things that happen that are deal breakers. So personality traits yang deal breakers is macam suka pemarah, kan, suka mencarut, suka nagging. Contoh okay. So what are, you tanya dia, tapi you pun sendiri kena tahu what is a deal breaker to you. Okay, this is your right to know. Your right to know what is a deal breaker to you, kan? Betul tak? Important tak tanya soalan ni? Setuju? Setuju Okay. Hi Wave, thank you for joining. Alright, so you pun kena tahu apakah to you yourself what is a deal breaker. Then you tanya soalan ni, apakah deal breaker? So come to an agreement or an understanding at least this such and such things are deal breakers. So why it helps to have a WhatsApp group, kan, and to discuss, make comment kat sini, or have a WhatsApp group among friends, single friends. You ask each other these questions. Kadang you tak terfikir pun such thing can be a deal breaker. But when you read kawan you punya deal breaker, it's like, betul lah. Maybe that could be my deal breaker. Or maybe not. Okay. So it's good for you to have a WhatsApp group yang you discuss with your single friends what are deal breakers. What are ta'aruf questions. There are several WhatsApp group that I'm monitoring, very active. Dia orang tanya sama sendiri, they share each other punya questions, kan. So among you ladies, ask each other, apakah your concerns and what are questions that you want to ask. So, okay, right? So if you can make such a WhatsApp group, discuss among your single friends, that'll be fantastic. Include me in that group. I will monitor, jawab when I can. Alright. Okay, so alright, cool. Alright, so soalan seterusnya adalah, which morals do you want them to share with you? Which morals do you want them to share with you? Apakah value? Apakah value yang you nak diorang share dengan you? Okay, value seperti fatonah, amanah, humor. Humor is very important. Yes, I mentioned humor. Apakah value paling important yang you nak partner you share dengan you dan vice versa, kan? Apakah what sort of value exchange? Biasa kita bincang value matching, kan? Value tu you dengan dia match tak? Tapi ni di mana value you dengan value you nak value apa yang you nak bagi, value apa benda yang you value, you nak bagi kat dia, dan apakah value dia yang dia nak sampaikan dekat you. Share value. Macam, he values, spending time together. Spending time is very important and so forth. Okay, so you need to know time is very important. Time together is very important. And for you, for example, it's acts of service. Kan? Acts of service meaning dia bantu you buat kerja rumah, house chore. That is how you feel love. So you nak dia bantu you with the house chore. That's how you feel love. Can. Alright. So kadang kalau ada even if you have a mate, which is quite rare these days, even if you have a mate, you still want him to do acts of service with you. Sebagai contoh, maybe he does handicrafts and he does it with you, or you do together certain activities together. Okay, or acts of service that he acts of service. Yeah, we should really get into the 5 languages of love. Okay, nanti we'll do that soon someday, inshallah. Alright, so 5 love languages, Gary Chapman, look it up please. Alright, so soalan seterusnya adalah last question for tonight. How do you think you are if you suddenly lost your job? Kan? Because I noticed lately ladies pun concerned about losing their job, and guys also concerned about losing their job. It's a pandemic, I understand, it's very important. I think you should ask the question. How do you think you will behave? What would you do kalau you tiba-tiba hilang kerja? Then what would you do if I hilang kerja? Vice versa. Because this is teamwork. Husband and wife marriage is teamwork. One of us lose our job, macam mana? Kan? Or both of us lose our job. What are we going to do? Nak buat business, nak berniaga? Do you have any experience? Do you have any coach berniaga? I'm not a business coach. I'm a jodoh coach. But there are very good few business coach, very good business coaches out there. And yeah, I mean, this is a very important question yang you boleh tanya. I think this is more important question, very relevant to zaman pandemic ni, because jobs are very insecure nowadays. Kan? Okay, so the question tu saya repeat, how do you think you are, or what will you do if you suddenly lose your job? Alright, okay, so kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan, I thought I have addressed the basic financial question. So I will send you the details of apa nama of my friend Syed Adam Al-Habshi, Syed Adam Al-Habshi punya financial jodoh and financial talk on Wednesday night, this Wednesday. Okay, so financial. Okay, so homework you adalah malam ni prepare dulu, have a lot of financial. What did I just type? Financial questions. All right. So financial. All right. Please have financial questions dalam perjodohan. You nak tanya dia how to approach the jodoh questions, kan? And what sort of financial questions to ask, and what suggestions, maybe some sort of proposals that you should have by yourself. Okay. NCREL financial questions. So homework you adalah prepare financial questions. Allah, I keep mistyping financial questions. Financial questions. Homework you adalah send to me financial questions that you have dalam bertemu jodoh. Okay. WhatsApp to me or dalam Telegram will be fantastic. So semua orang boleh nampak what financial questions that you have. Kadang you tak terfikir pun, kalau you share, mungkin orang tu boleh dapat iktibar. Share. You know, nak tanya, boleh ke tanya pasal dia punya savings account? Well, not on the first meeting, kan? Betul tak? Kan? First meeting, of course, you don't want to talk about sex or finance. Both, I think, more or less equally sensitive. So, you know, first tengok dulu akhlak agama dia, and then later on go into those awkward details. Okay, so please have financial questions, because nak soalan-soalan ni terjawab, and so you'll be more confident in asking that question to your pasangan, so you'll be more clear of what you want and how you're going to get what you want and be happy. So it's important to ask the right question to the right person. That's why I'm inviting my friend Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi. He will be answering financial questions dalam bertemu jodoh. Alright? Okay, boleh? Alright, so this is my phone number. Ideally, you masuk ke, kalau you shy, you boleh WhatsApp me personally. Kalau you nak manfaat ke orang lain, go to Telegram, username adalah nak jodoh kat sini. Alright, so put your questions there, and orang lain boleh nampak. You can hide your phone number, don't worry. Kalau you segan, you can hide your phone number in Telegram. That's why I set up the Telegram group. Okay, so soalan penting, prepare financial questions. You nak tanya jodoh you. You know what you want, know what you're concerned about. Ask the right question to the right person. That is wisdom. You tanya the right question to the wrong person, you get a straight. Okay, you ask the right question to the right person, you get the right answer, inshallah. Okay, so that's why I invited experts. Cool. All right, so inshallah we'll have Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi on Wednesday night, malam lusa. Okay, so have questions. Please have questions, lots of questions. He's a very intelligent guy. Also very funny. We'll try to keep our jokes to a minimum, inshallah. Yeah, okay. So, all right. So, please, important Nanti Kang you tanya I about financial instrument dan sebagainya, I tak boleh nak jawab. So, you tanya Dr. Syed Adam. Okay. So, yeah, ask the expert on this specifically. Tanya orang yang tahu. Okay. Jangan tanya orang yang tak tahu. Bahaya. Nanti you pun sesat. So, tanya orang yang tahu. Okay. Alright, cool. So, thank you very much for joining. Kita jumpa lagi malam esok. Okay. Kita jumpa lagi malam esok, insya-Allah. Sebelum saya undur diri, ingat, cinta diri, cinta mari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Oh, okay. Lupa doa. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik pada ibu bapaku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapat keredaan-Mu, bergandeng bahu bersama ke jannah-Mu, ya Allah. Amin. Tak amin. And thank you for your doa, so I get well. Alhamdulillah, I feel much better tonight. Physically, anyway. Alhamdulillah. And thank you for your doa. So I'll see you